has Disney and Lucasfilm had a plan for the sequel trilogy? We're talking about how production is wrapping up. We're talking about how we're going to see it in December. But how long has a plan been in place? Well, get this. Adam Driver says that he was told where Star Wars 9 would end up before Force Awakens even started, before it even took off the ground. He did this interview with Slash Films. And the quote that we got here is he says, "With Girls, there wasn't really an end in sight, so it was really fun to develop it as I went and to think about where it was all going. But with Star Wars, I had one piece of information where it was all going. And that's where it's been in my head for a long time, and things were building towards that." I gotta know, what do you think about Kylo Ren, Adam Driver knowing that one piece of information since before Force Awakens? That means that like JJ was like, hey, this is where it's going. And now that JJ's back, oh yeah, we're doing it. Because that could have changed maybe. Maybe that changes when you have a third director on there. Or maybe this actually shows us that there was a bit more of a plan in place for the sequel trilogy as we went on. We've had a few people talk about how it's more of a baton race. JJ comes in, does his story, hands it off to Ryan. Here's what I was thinking, but Ryan basically got to play in the sandbox and make his own movie, and you can tell that in the tone and the approach of some of the characters. That's just a valid observation. You can't deny that. Rian Johnson did his movie, and he goes, here you go, third director, take it over. Now it just turns out to be J.J. Abrams, and he gets to do that. But there was some real concern, and I just mentioned how Force Awakens and Last Jedi have those, the tonal differences and some characters. It almost seems inconsistent with what we learned in the first movie, The Force Awakens. But here we go. Adam Driver talking to the media, and he's like, "Now I've known this one thing the whole time, and the entire time I've been approaching this character of Kylo Ren, while I've been there on Jakku, and I kill Lor San Tekka with my saber, and I follow Rey all over her Starkiller base, and when I'm killing Snoke in his throne room, like I know where this is all going. I'm nervous, like I'm excited because there is no doubt in my mind, my favorite new actor, my favorite new character in the sequel trilogy is Adam Driver. I love what he's done with Kylo Ren. Kylo is conflicted. He is the heir apparent to Darth Vader. I love that this kid got betrayed by his master, and he's like, I'm going bad, and he's gone real bad. He's had a hand in the destruction of 5 planets. He's killed a lot of key people, killed his pops, might kill his mom. In episode 9, he almost did it in 8, then he chickened out. That would have been a good plot point. Or they could redeem him. And this is why I'm nervous. Because I think we've gotten hints in the movies where there is still good in him. And, whether it's Luke saying no one's ever really gone in The Last Jedi, whether it's the elevator scene in the in Snoke's big ship in The Last Jedi where Rey's so confident that I can see the good in your future. It's so bright and solid, There's these little hints that I think that, maybe JJ was trying to go this one way with Kylo, and then maybe Ryan was trying to go this way with Kylo. But it feels to me like they're trying to feel it out there. They're trying to get a sense of the fans. Would you be okay with Kylo coming back? And I wouldn't. I want him to stay bad. I want him to pay for his sins. I could see him redeeming him. I could see this happening, where it's like the climax, and it's like if Kylo doesn't sacrifice himself, everyone else dies, and I could see it as a last stand, and he's just boom, and he's dead. He kills himself and lets the rebels go on, and they create the newer Republic. But I could see them doing that, and that would be insane. Not in a satisfying way. I'd just be like, wow, that was great all the way up until the last minute, and then Disney chickened out. There's just some bad people in the world. It's like when Hitler was at his strength and he was killing millions and millions of innocent people, he didn't write a check to the Salvation Army, and then everyone's like, it's cool. It's all good. Because he did good at the very last moment. It doesn't work that way. Some people are just inherently bad, and that's a problem because that means somewhere along the way, a pivotal person in their life or society failed them. Let Kylo reflect that. Sometimes people just make mistakes. Think about the Joker. All it takes is one bad day, and your entire future could be changed. and so there's a morality lesson there. So that's just my take. I hope this nugget is that Kylo dies, and he dies out of his greed. And, I get that some people are going to say, well, he's a victim. He misunderstood. He felt betrayed by Luke. You helped destroy 5 planets. How many countless other people? I mean, like if you thought about that in real life, the example I just gave you, it doesn't work out. Like, one life for life isn't worth it. You take out billions, trillions, let this guy die a villain. And I think it makes Kylo Ren ultimately a way better villain. That's just my take. Would love to know your take. Tell me what you're thinking down in the comments below.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.